Good afternoon, I'm Meteorologist Jonathan Oh with the weather page and westernpacificweather.com. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. This is the afternoon update on Typhoon Halola as it continues to bear down on the Amami and Okinawa Islands. Here is a 6-hour loop from the past 6 hours starting at around 11 o'clock Japan Standard Time until around 5 o'clock. And we do still see that circulation taking place as it continues to move toward the north-northwest at 20 kilometers per hour. The pressure, winds, and gusts have not changed since the last update earlier today when we gave this update for you during the late morning hours. It continues to hold that hurricane strength for those of you who are more familiar with that particular scale at 78-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 112, and it is really focusing the central core on sites on Amami, but Okinawa, you're just getting just as much pressure from this particular system. Here's a closer look with the Avian Enhancement. And you can see that the central circulation of this is continuing to move forward into Amami. And so be prepared as this is now right over you. You are already feeling the effects of this particular system. Here's a look at the Doppler Radar. And I want to note right now the northern portions of Okinawa really getting the brunt of the rain that's coming in from Halola as it continues to scroll in. You may notice that now it's coming from the north and northwest, and so I wanted to point that out to you. And then further up north into Amami, the radar returns are starting to reflect more of that intense rain band taking place. Winds have picked up quite a bit. For those living further closer toward Amami, you're seeing winds as high as 48 miles an hour. Further toward Okinawa, we're seeing winds at around 34 miles an hour, which is around tropical storm strength equivalency when it comes to the Atlantic basin. So it's still producing a decent amount of wind, though you may notice further down toward the south and west that the winds have started to shift, coming in from the west rather than from the north, which means that it is now passing further up toward the north and east of the islands in Okinawa. Amami still seeing more of that easterly and northerly flow as the system continues to push on forward. I do want to point out that the rainfall totals for some areas have been particularly impressive. For some areas, getting only about a half an inch because the rain bands are just now getting to the area. But in parts of Okinawa, we saw in just 3 hours up to 156 millimeters of rainfall, which is about 6 inches. And so that's quite a bit of rainfall taking place during this time period. We are expecting even more rain to continue as we progress throughout the next few hours. Like we had mentioned, we're looking mainly at the afternoon, evening, and overnight period being the most intense peak time period for rainfall and also for the winds before it continues to push further toward the north. Here's a look now at the updated track. It looks like that as we continue on through the evening hours, Amami, you're going to really get impacted by this particular system in terms of the central core of the circulation. But all around the system, it's going to extend all the way through Okinawa. We'll continue to see enough of intense wind situation and rain situation to last through the overnight period. By the time we go into midnight, we'll see the system progress further up toward the north. And then as we go into Sunday toward the afternoon hours, we'll start to see it removing its effects from Okinawa and Amami and moving closer and closer toward the western side of Kyushu, and that's where this system will continue to track further toward the north and then northeast. By the time we go into Monday afternoon, this system will be entering the Sea of Japan, and it will bring its rain toward the western side of Japan, closer toward the Tohokuriku region and the areas east of South Korea. And so, again, at this point, for those of you who are watching, you already know what's going on. You're already familiar with the weather situation as it is. Just stay safe. We will see the system through as we go through the overnight period. By the time we go into Sunday, things will start to calm down. We are continuing to pay attention to the Facebook page. If you do have anything to share with us in terms of pictures or videos, and if you're safely able to do so, please send those in, and we'll be happy to be able to share that with the rest of those following this particular storm. That's the update for now from Western Pacific Weather. On behalf of the team, thank you so much for logging on. I'm Meteorologist Jonathan Oh. Hope you have a good day wherever you are.